Morning guys, it is day 5 of moving warehouses. Friday, day 5, and I will say I'm feeling much better than I was yesterday. I don't know, just yesterday it just kind of everything hit me, the physical exhaustion, the mental exhaustion, and it was just a very emotional, teary day. But I've gone home, I've slept. My body's not feel. I took it a bit easier yesterday. I had the emotional outpour, but I kind of went a bit slower on my body, and I definitely feel better for it today. I think using the trolley yesterday meant that I was doing less bending, and physically that was better on me. Anyway, I'm better today. No crying today, I promise. Okay, so I'm still just pretty much doing the same old thing, moving these books over and just trying to make room. There's nothing more I can do. It's not a whole lot of exciting stuff. It's just carload after carload after carload of books. As soon as a bookcase is empty, walking the bookcase down and setting it up. But yeah, I am going to run into a little bit of a problem now, but because where the shelves are set up, like they're kind of full, and I've got all these other shelves that I can't properly set up because of the forklifts needing to go in there for the lights. So I am going to have to do a little bit of maneuvering, I think. I don't know, but I've got to find a place to put these books. And if they're not in the correct place where they're going to stay, I've got to maneuver stuff around. So that's going to be my juggle as I start to go down there with the next couple of loads. So well, I'll fill my car up now, and once we get down there, we'll have a look where we're at and what the plan of action is going to be today. Right, so I'll get this load in from the car. It's going to start filling up those 2 shelves. So I've got a little bit more to bring in for those 2 shelves. I'll start walking down like any of the other empty shelves. Now this shelf here, this is going to stay empty. It's just been there as a placeholder. Basically what I can do is build the other 2 shelves here, because they're going to align in the middle of the room almost, and it's not going to affect the forklift. But I won't be able to have the forklift. I won't be able to have anything on this middle bench. But what it means is I can push the other 2 up here, but once they've got books on them, I can't move them easily. So I need to make sure I'm allowing only just that right amount of space, because once these 2 are built, I'm going to have to remove the empty shelf, and then I'm going to have to slide in an empty shelf once the lights are done. So, but I don't want any gaps. I want it all to be smooth and pushed in as much as possible. So we'll see how that goes. I've kind of put the photography bench. I'm pretty sure that's where it's going to stay. I've got the PowerPoint right next to me, same side as the light, so that's going to be fantastic. Tom and I were out here yesterday kind of planning out where my cages are going to go. So we're going to stack a few high up this wall. We're going to stack a couple along this wall. And then we're going to stack cages that are floor level in front of those ones. So I'm not sure when he's going to move that in. Probably, hopefully not today. Hopefully not today.
What I personally do is I bring out 2 more. Here, and then I'd stop. And along that wall, basically I'd have a whole bunch of table space, and then I'd have a nice wide walkway. That is what I would personally do, but if you wanted to, you could cut through there. So.
Well, it'd be kind of cool to leave this gap as a walk gap.
No.
No?
No way. No way. No way. That's a waste.
Yeah, okay.
All right. But the thing you've got to keep in mind, right, is you've got to zigzag around. If you start picking your orders from a skew, and your skew starts in that corner, with your trolley, you should be starting that corner, go this way, go that way, go this way, go that way. Much quicker, much easier. Because what you're doing in a minute, you're picking them in order.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, they're everywhere.
You're going from here to there to here to there.
Yeah.
It might be quick, right, but it's not quick enough.
Yeah.
It's not logical.
No, it's not.
And it'd be much quicker and easier if you come in and do it in that methodical order. We used to do it the other way, and we switched and we went off the skew. Much better. So that's what I'd do. But I think the things you've got to consider are access for the trolley. If the trolley's there, can you squeeze past it? With this walkway, one of the reasons you want it so wide is you've got someone working at the benches, you've got someone taking photos, you need to walk behind them with a trolley, no problem. But if you've only got a really narrow, you do not want narrow walkways. You've seen how detrimental that was over there. In here, you want 900. So even now, when I look at these shelves and you've got stuff sticking out from the shelves, that's a no-no.
Yeah, well, now that I have more shelves, hopefully I won't have to double stack them like that.
Well, that's the other thing. You shouldn't double stack.
No, and that, like, when I go through this and do like a big stock take and I cull some of this stuff off,
Yeah.
like the idea is to have it so that it's not double stacked like that.
It just slows you down too
Yeah.
much. I mean, maybe on the higher shelves you still could double stack, but on the lower shelves, no way.
Yeah, where the trolley might hit it.
So, I mean, what would be better for you is this sort of shelving, that narrow. So what you have is you've got one shelf like that, or if you just have one of these that's wider, and you just have one of these, but it's accessed from this side and from that side. So, that would be ideal. So, but I think what you're doing is all good and well, but I think you need to make some changes. And I think one of the key ones is picking from a SKU list instead.
Oh, that'll be definitely. It's just, the issue is now just getting the shelves right so that I'm putting the books on the right shelf, so I'm not like triple moving them all.
You got 65 problems to deal with. The first problem is moving that stuff from there to here, making sure it stays in order so you don't mix it up.
Yeah.
And then making sure you can find it when it sells, because you do not want to mix that stuff up.
Yeah.
That is your number one problem.
Yeah.
Right? Below that, you've got 64 other problems that you need to address, but you deal with one at a time.
Yeah.
But I think the thing is, you need to make a decision about how you want your walkway, and I think you need to start working towards that. You should have more shelves, like you have another 4 shelves like that, right here, right now. You know what I mean? And then over here, you could have another 4 shelves full, ready to go.
Well, I don't have them ready to go because the books are still on them in the other room.
Well, it's like, all right, if you buy more shelves, build them, all right?
Yeah.
I think you've only got 1 left.
No, I've got 5.
Right, so you could build those now, and then you could work out what SKU is going to go on those books, go get those and bring them over.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
That's what
it's up to you.
that's why I've just kind of got these ones now ready to go for the next lot of books to come over.
You got a lot to do, but you just got to get it in a methodical process and be in your own zone and not having people around. Like, you're probably going to get your most work done tomorrow because you're not going to have the interruptions. You're not going to have people here. The gates are going to be shut. You're not going to have anyone sort of mucking around and bothering you every 2 minutes. And if someone comes in, you just say to them, I'm busy, can't talk now, and keep working.
Yeah.
You know, you got a lot to do, all right? And unless you're getting paid help to come in and help you, it's up to you to do it, and you just got to come and smash it.
Yeah.
So, but
I don't think having I see what you're saying about the diagonal here.
Yeah.
Right? But then there's no walkway then here. There's no bench space there if the shelves are coming out to accommodate for that.
But have you decided you are putting benches?
Oh yeah, no, I see. I want a bit of a bench space near the photos because once I, basically, if I'm sitting near photo, I like to have the books here and then put them here, ready to go, or at least a trolley or something so I'm ready to wheel them down to the shelf.
All right, so that's the first thing. If you've taken photos of them, why would you then put them onto a bench? To then pick them up from the bench to then put them on a trolley to then wheel them over.
Yeah.
You got 2 trolleys. Yeah. You have two trolleys here.
Yeah.
So once you photograph them, you put them straight on the trolley and then off they go.
Yeah.
You do not need another bench.
No,
you need
sorry.
space for 2 trolleys.
Trolley. That's what I normally use now, the trolley. But I can't actually wheel the trolley around at the moment, so it sits on the trolley until I pick it up and take it.
But there's 2 things. One, I'd move the photo set area from there to here. That's the first thing. Because the way you got to look at this, there is absolutely no benefit in you having that station there. Because the way you got to look at it is this. Bulk stock comes in at that door. You've got bulk cages there. You need benches there to sort stock. All right? You need shelves there to put bundles on.
Yeah.
Then it comes this direction. If you looked at this from above and drew arrows and said, right, it comes in this direction, from that door, it goes there, right, bulk listings, you sort. Once you've sorted and you worked out what you're doing, it comes this direction, you take photos of it, then it gets put away, then when it gets sold, it goes from there over to the packing bench and out the door. It's a big circle. Why would you muck up and have it go from there to there to here to there to blah, 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 blah? You've got to make it more logical. So that's why you put your photo set up there, which is a better location for it anyway.
Yeah, probably.
If you want that door open, you've got all this interference from the light coming in as well. So that's not a good location, I don't think. You're only there because you've got a power point. Guess what? There's a power point there as well.
Is there?
Yeah, there is.
Oh, yeah.
So what I'd be inclined to do is photo station there. You could even have 2 shelves left here for whatever reason, or put a bench. Photo station here, a couple of trolleys there to put the stock straight on. And half the time, because you're going to have all these shelves right here, so quick and easy. You take the photos and you just have to turn around, boom, there's your shelf. So that makes no sense, because the other side of that, you're going to have bulk cages. You're going to have an area here where you need to spread out. You need to have some table space to put the stuff out on tables.
Yeah.
The more tables you've got in here, the better.
Yeah.
You should hit us up about 10 tables. Bring 10 tables in here. You can't put huge amounts of weight on them, but at least you can spread stuff out, and that's useful for bundling. So if it was me, I'd have 10 tables in here. I'd have the cages in that corner. I'd have that station over there. I'd have a couple of benches along here, and go hard. I think you that makes no sense, and that's out in the middle of nowhere. Why? Because there's a PowerPoint. Nah, ridiculous. Put it there. You know, and that's the thing. You can put that anywhere you want. Just run an extension cord. You do not need to feel like that has to go there, because to me, that's in the middle of where you should be doing work.
Yeah.
Because, as I said, bulk cages.
Yeah. I want this. Yeah, and if I'm going to build another shelf there, 900 there, and bring it along, then that's not going to work with that there either.
No, it's not.
So, but that's only kind of like a new decision to do that one. So that actually won't work with that lineup of books.
But the other thing you've got to think about is, if Bryn is available to do the lights on Monday, you know, I mean, that's not great for us because we've got to come and bring the forklift in when we're busy. But you've got to do it when he's available.
Yeah.
What I'd be doing first is I'd probably get him to do the office first, and then try and do the lights Monday afternoon or Tuesday. But that's a priority. But the thing is, how are we going to do that? How are we going to drive the forklift in here with all this stuff here?
Yeah.
So I think your aim for today should be setting up that packing area, measuring it correctly, being confident how you're doing it and where you're doing it, and don't do weird guesswork and don't do I'll set it up and see how it goes. No, measure it, work it out. You've got the measuring tape, you know what you're doing, get it right, and then deal with this. Because if we need to bring the forklift on Monday and we got this to contend with, you know, I mean, it's a painful job because he only has to be up at each one of these lights for a couple of minutes, but someone's got to be at the forklift to put him up and down, and for safety reasons. You can't leave him by himself.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've only got one forklift driver here, so that's making it quite difficult. And I wonder who that forklift driver is.
Maybe I'll go and get my forklift license.
No. Because you'll be like, oh, time to drive the pallet truck. And the guys will just put a big cross and you'll never get a forklift license. So, but anyway, all this crap's got to go.
Yeah, well, a lot of that was on the benches. So once the benches are kind of in their place, I can manoeuvre that.
Well, the other thing is, I mean, if you go and decide, okay, that's where I'm putting the camera station, work out your spaces, put a couple of shelves along this wall, instead of putting that at the packing station, which I don't think you should be doing in the first place, that has no...
No, but that's going to go on the...
Oh, I see.
Do you know what I mean?
Temporary.
Yeah. Well, I had those lower ones, but, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I'd do that, or I'd build some shelves, put them along this wall, and I'd put that on those shelves.
Yeah.
But the thing is, all this you've got to get rid of.
Yeah, I know.
Like, quickly. That's the problem. So, anyway. I mean, realistically, if you've got somewhere logical, stick it. Like, if you build 5 shelves along here, majority of that would go on 5 shelves. So that might be a good idea to do that. So, but anyway, I've got other stuff to do, so I'll leave you to it.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I must try to figure it out anyway. Songs of worries travel with the storm, but I must try to figure it out alone. Yeah, I must try to figure it out alone. And now
don't like this. I don't like this here. I can't work out my flow from bringing the books. All the picked books have got to be brought over somewhere and put on like a bench. It's not going to work to bring the books over and then come around and put them on this bench. And I'm used to working for this side and putting the finished books here. So if I'm used to working this way, I'm used to having the books either to my left or behind me, and I don't like that. So I don't like that at all. That's not gonna work. I mean, the whole idea of having the packing station at the front here is so that when the bags are packed, they're here, ready to go. The whole idea of having it face this way meant that I can still bring like a pallet in here if I need to. And that's not going to work.
Start again.
I want to see what the photo station looks down here, but I've got to move this. Whoa. Well, that was heavier than I thought. So getting the logistics of this like set up before any more books kind of come over is like the hardest part. I need to make sure I don't want to be double packing things, but knowing where everything's going and the complete setup is stressful. Once those books are on the shelf, you don't want to be moving things and you can't maneuver things around. So while the shelves are empty, I can maneuver them and I can test things. As soon as the books are on them, it's just crazy. So I think for the rest of the day, I'm probably going to focus on trying to clear that space, like Tom said. So tomorrow, if he wants to bring in the crates, that he can. And even though the crates are annoying to have in here, at least I can visualize better once they're actually in here. But it's a bit stressful. I'm a bit... So for the forklift to come in and do the lights, that one won't be able to stay there for now. So I've just temporarily set it up there so I can see what it looks like, but I won't fill the shelves or anything. Once I'm finished with it, I'll just move it into the space next to that one for a while. But anything that I can kind of get on the packing bench, I'm going to do that now. So normally I would have my scales sitting on my packing bench. So once I've packed it, if I do an international sale or anything, but I've got no power over there. So this might have to move, I don't know, over near the photo station or something, I don't know. Probably not a bad thing to have it over there near where I'm going to be doing like the bundling, because normally I have to weigh I make the bundles up and then I check the weight before I list them. So the only other ones that I need to weigh are the international orders. There's only like one or two a week, but it's more the weighing of the things as I'm actually bundling them. So it actually probably makes sense, since the bundling area is going to be over there, it probably makes more sense to have the scales over there amongst the bundling area anyway. So there's an issue with this part of the floor having this crack here because it's uneven, right? And this is where my feet are going to go to do the packing bench, and that's not going to be good for my feet. So I think I'm going to have to, I don't know, maybe I have to pull the packing bench past this crack so that I'm standing on the flat. That's going to look really, you know, that's not going to look very good. There's going to be a gap then behind, you know, the mailers and the wall. I'm not going to like that. That's going to do my OCD in. So I don't know. I think I need to just see what Tom thinks about that. Just get another opinion. But I'm just trying to move all this stuff because I know that he wants to bring the forklift in tomorrow, and then, you know, at least if he brings the forklift in tomorrow to bring some of the cages, I can double check. So I don't know, I think I'm going to move this around, and I might even just make a few. I've got 5 more shelves that I can make, so I wouldn't even mind making those shelves, because it just makes it easier when I'm bringing over the books if I can bring over any shelf. When I'm having to go, like these shelves, these 6 shelves, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There's 10 shelves that have got to be missing. Those 10 shelves are full in the other room. Where are they going to go? I need to have some extra shelves around to be able to place things. If you're a reseller and you use these shelves, it makes it so much stronger if you tie them together with a cable tie. They just don't have that wobble around like they normally do. So, not that I've ever had a shelf kind of fall on me, but they've got a lot of weight on them, these shelves, you know. And if they're tied together, then it just braces them. So there's less chance of like a shelf tipping on you because of the way, especially if you've got them joined together at every point. Like it just braces them, and it's so much more safer than, it's just safer. I can't get my words out. It's safer.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Righto. Not looking too bad. Gap here. Gap here. 2, 4, 6. So this corner, this is going to be my prepping area, because I wanted a really, really big prepping area. So there's going to be tables set up here for me to sort books and make book bundles and get things ready to photograph. That's going to take up a big chunk of this space. I wanted a really large prep area, almost like more prep area than anything else. So, yeah, I'm excited to see that set up, but so far looking so good. So it's 6 p.m. The sun's about to go down. It's going to get dark in here. I think I'm done for the day. I just can't be bothered to make another shelf or just get into the flow now. I'm done. I'm here tomorrow, Saturday. I've got the whole day here tomorrow. I want to have a big day tomorrow, get as many of those books over as I can, build some more shelves. Tom will probably bring all that stuff in, so it'll probably be a bit of an, that'll be exciting to get all that in. I'll probably give the floor a sweep or a mop. I might give it a sweep or a mop just while I've got all this clear space, because I'll probably never have this much clear space ever again. Righto, day 5, done and dusted. This move is a dirty, dusty job. I'm going home for a bath. Bye. I tell you what, this door is heavy.